Hello, 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 and welcome. My name is Lee Kara. This is Messages from the Universe. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the energies of what is going on. It is the end of May sometime. We don't have to be terribly specific. And we're going into the thing that stood out to me astrologically was the sun in Gemini, right? So the sun is like wisdom and learning and knowledge, but Gemini is like very quick mood changes, completely different tone changes, kind of on the like the spin, like the turn of a dime. So if you're not used to that, maybe pay attention to it. And I would say lean into the turns, right? So when you're leaning into the knowledge stuff, really lean into it. And when it changes and says, oh, you need to go, whatever the opposite of learning and knowledge is, you need to go and do that for a while, then lean into that. But we're going to pull a few runes on this. We are going to pull a few cards. I am in a new location, and it just feels beautiful. So, see energy coming up over the next month or so. Fehu. All right, so we have the rune Fehu. Fehu is a rune of nourishment, possessions. Okay, so this is a time of bringing some stability into your life. It is things coming to fruition. And so this would turn, I did a video maybe a month or so ago about being in a tower moment, that everything was in a tower moment, right? But that we were also at that Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, like building and creating, and we planted the seeds and we sat and watched them and we put some work into it, right? So now this next 30 days is going to be this possessions, nourishment, and cattle. It's the root of fulfillment, ambition satisfied, love shared, rewards received, promising nourishment from the most worldly to the sacred and the divine. So if we look at that within what we're talking about with this Gemini energy, then perhaps we're going to have these flashes of being able to tap into that flow of pentacles, that flow of nourishment. So I have a new deck. Those of you who have watched me on TikTok for a while know that I have been using a kitty cat deck, and I have used a tattoo deck, which I absolutely love. But I recently moved. I found this in a box that I haven't opened for probably 15 years. Now that's before I was doing any of this stuff. And I just love it. Okay, so the energies right now, we have the Hermit, the Ten of Swords, and the Devil all reversed. So for me, when something comes up reversed, and it's obvious that it's reversed because there are several in a row, I don't make my decks all go in one direction. I take it how it comes out, and the universe says to me, it should be upright, it should be this. For me, when these things are in the reverse position, it usually means that you're overcoming it, or that you're coming out of it, or that you're changing that situation. So you're coming out of a place where you felt very alone, like you had swords in your back, feeling like you were basically, in the fires, like you were really going through it, and that you are overcoming that. It's because of all of these are reversed. To me, it's either the opposite or it's telling you not to be stuck in this. So that could be a combination of both for some of you. But the fact that we have those with Fehu says that this time that we're coming into is coming out of this kind of thing. So what else do you want to tell me here? What else? All right, so we have Justice on the cut. And that stands out to me a lot. When things happen to us, a lot of times we want to see the retribution to the person who hurt us, or to the situation that didn't quite go our way, or to the pain that we're in, and we want it to be someone's fault. Obviously, there are people that play roles in it, but also we have to take our own responsibility in that. So tell me about this energy of Fehu in this next month that we're going through. The overall energy is coming out of that. And again, reverse, coming out of the Four of Cups energy, coming out of the energy of, I don't want what you're giving me. So Four of Cups like this is kind of like, I already have 3 cups. Here's the universe trying to give you another cup, trying to give you something that maybe you don't want. And you're kind of going, oh, I really don't want to do this. The fact that it came out reversed also, and they're not all reversed, is telling me that we're coming out of a period where we're rejecting what the universe is trying to give us. Okay, so how can we be more open to receive what the universe wants for us? How can we keep ourselves in the receiving mode and support ourselves coming off of these energies, since all of these are kind of a acceptance of our own worth? All right, so we have the Hanged Man. And that's about shifting your perspective. As you can see, he does not look worried at all. When we look at him in the reverse position, he's not concerned about the fact that he's hanging upside down on a cross. It makes no difference to him to shift his perspective on the situation. So taking whatever you're looking at and shifting your attitude, shifting the way that you see it, shifting the way that you talk about it. I've been really big recently on not really focusing so much on those hurtful things that are happening or the worried things that are happening. It's a choice between 2 paths. It's a choice between 2 ways of thinking. It's a choice between saying, oh, I have this, this, and this wrong in my life, and saying, I believe, I know that all of that is already worked out, and I am just waiting for the solution to present itself. It's already done. It's already done. So we have this sun in the sun card, which is all the happiness that we have. It's already done. We have to focus on the happiness. When you take a few minutes to focus on that feeling of happiness, it doesn't make the other problems go away. But it does open up the flow between you and the universe, between you and divine. And that allows you to more easily find the solution, or that the solution will get to you more easily because the resistance to that solution is gone because you're not worrying about the problem, right? So 3 of Pentacles and Death. It's really changing the way that you think about things, and quite possibly changing the way that you think about things in groups, changing the way that you interact with others, creating a whole new foundation. This doesn't mean dump your friends, but what this means is change how you speak about things with them. Change what you choose to share with them. Not because we don't need support when we're down, but we really have to find that within ourselves. So how can we find that within ourselves? This nourishment, this fehu. How can we focus on finding that within ourselves in the next month? Be honest with yourself. Be truthful with yourself. Even if it's something that you need to improve. Even if it's something that, you're holding on to. Something that, from your past. You really have to start looking very clearly at those spaces where you can either carry the burdens and the betrayals, or you can look at all of the options that you have. Every one of these cups has a different option in it. Every one of these cups has a different treasure in it, whether it's food or adventure, beauty, nature, animal kingdom, happiness, happily ever after, pursuit of knowledge with another person. I don't know. I'm making this shit up by what they're saying to me, like this talks about all the different options, and this talks about all the burdens and all the betrayals that we carry. You get to choose. You get to choose. You get to choose. So what are you going to choose? Nourishment. So this is how we're going to focus through this energy of Gemini, the sun in Gemini, and how we can use that sun energy, that happily ever after, that all the happiness, to shift our perspective on everything that we're going through, to shift our perspective on what we would call our worries and our woes, because we're done with that. We got this. All right. You are beloved. You matter. You are so very loved.